Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, how you folks doing? Welcome to the 8th edition of Hold the Rope. I'm your host, Conman167, and I'm super excited to be here today once again with all of you guys. My apologies that I was not here last week covering all the news and rumors throughout the world of wrestling. Unfortunately, I had a little bit of an issue where my microphone broke, and I had to get a new one. So as you guys can now see in the full picture, up and close to me, this whatever, you can see we now have a new microphone, a part of the Conman family. So the Con mic, rest in peace. It made it all the way from 2014 to 2019. Gave us many years of entertainment, many years of commentary. So I want to say thank you and RIP to the Con mic. But I want to say thank you for every single one of you for tuning in to the show today. We have a lot of news to cover, a lot of things to go through, so we're just going to jump right into this thing. But first, it is time for the Conman Certified Roll Call. Who do we got in here today? We got ourselves Thomas Noble. We got Rafael Laporta. We got Aled Thomas. We got Jamie Todd. We got the King's Table, Peyton Cash. We got Nathan Noble. We got Con Mom Naughty Noni. How you doing? Caleb Bernstein up in here. We got Tifton Watson. How you doing, my friend? Steve Taylor, the Hurricane. Jordan Please. Shane Bailey, how you doing as well? Kendall Robinson, Rebecca Helfritz, and I also see Jordan, please, I said your name twice actually, Fluffy Apple Juice, and we're going to say hi to Lou Dog for the very last person here today. So folks, without further ado, let's just jump right into all the news and rumors inside the wacky world of wrestling. So here we go. Rumors for the day, courtesy of CageSiteSeats.com. If you guys don't know what that site is, it basically has this little website, a little feature on their website, I should say, that covers all the rumors going around and compiles them into an everyday sort of thing. So if you guys kind of want to know what's going on inside wrestling, this is a pretty good place to go check out. So Cage Site Seats kind of compiles everything for you. Anyways, let's just talk about the 5 rumors for the day. Kofi Kingston versus Dolph Ziggler was booked, but it's expected that Brock Lesnar will be cashing in his Money in the Bank shot next Monday for a Universal Championship match against Seth Rollins at Super Showdown. All right, so essentially what they're saying right there, their very first rumor is that Brock Lesnar is going to cash in ahead of time for a match with Seth Rollins at Super Showdown, the Saudi Arabia event that everybody hates, that I still can't believe they're doing. Anyways, let's go on to the next one. There's really not too much to cover inside of that. We can obviously talk about Brock Lesnar some more as the show goes on. Dave Meltzer also said that AJ Styles may be wrestling Baron Corbin in Saudi Arabia, and I believe if my intel is correct, that we will be getting a Baron Corbin win over AJ Styles at Saudi Arabia to set up a Baron Corbin Seth Rollins Universal Championship match. I know a lot of you guys are going to roll your eyes to that. I think that is a perfect championship match at WWE Stomping Ground, which I believe is on June 23rd. I could be wrong with the date on that. Let me double check that. Let me just quickly double check that date. June 23rd. So Stomping Ground, June 23rd. It could be a good title match there. It could happen. It would be a nice transitional one, and it would give Seth Rollins another win under his belt. But here's the thing. What if Brock Lesnar wins at Saudi Arabia and they put the title back on him and they put the Universal Championship back on him and they're just like, okay, go out there, save the ratings? It kind of sucks, doesn't it? You know, after everything that we went through with Seth Rollins, it just feels like we went from going Roman Reigns finally taking the title off of Brock Lesnar to Seth Rollins. No, I'm sorry, I'm missing a spot. To putting the title back on Brock Lesnar. Then Seth Rollins takes the title off Brock Lesnar. And then we're going to give him Money in the Bank just to put the title back on him. I don't know if this is what WWE plans to do, but if they do, it just kind of sucks. So it's just one of those things that I kind of hope doesn't happen. Let's continue on, though, with some more rumors. Booking Ziggler for Super Showdown was apparently a last-minute decision, as WWE will have to send a replacement for an appearance, as he was already set for a weekend in Australia. So if you guys don't know what that story is, I'm going to touch on it a little bit more because I'm familiar with it. So essentially what happened is WWE was looking for a person to go to Super Showdown to face Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship. WWE, I believe, originally had planned Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn to be taking on Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship at Super Showdown. Super Showdown, though, on the other hand, is held from Saudi Arabia, and a lot of superstars have issues going there. Obviously, it's not a great country in terms of their political stances and how they treat women and everything that's going wrong inside that country. WWE is heading there. And they have signed a 10-year deal with them. This is just, I believe, outside of the first year. We've already had the Greatest Royal Rumble. We've had Crown Jewel. Now we're going to have this third event. So they needed somebody to go there and face for the WWE Championship. And Sami Zayn, being of Syrian descent, is not allowed into the country of Saudi Arabia, if I understand that correctly. I don't know too much on that, but I believe that is the reason why Sami Zayn is not able to go to Super Showdown. So that essentially removed Sami Zayn from the conversation of the WWE title. Kevin Owens, being a very good guy, being a stand-up guy, even though his character on screen, he's a bit of a dick, he stood up for his friend Sami Zayn and said that he does not support going to a country that will not let someone like Sami Zayn into their country, or does not support women wrestling in their country. So a good guy, Kevin Owens, standing up for himself, and everything wrong with the company's decisions going there. He is not the only one, however. We will be talking more about that, though, as there is another superstar by the name of Aleister Black who will not be going to Saudi Arabia. We'll talk about that in just a few minutes, but let's continue on here with a few more rumors. The wildcard rule isn't popular backstage, according to sources of Fightful's Sean Ross Sapp. Several he spoke to feel creative is using the roster flexibility as a crutch. And that's so true, guys. And what they mean by a crutch, if you guys don't understand what they mean by that, is WWE has essentially said, okay, we do not have the star power that we need. We do not have the ability to create mega moments with the roster that we have, because we have booked ourselves into corners after corners. We have decided to put over Roman Reigns, we decided to put over Brock Lesnar, and we decided to focus on those two stars for about the past 2 years of our life. Now it is coming back to bite them, because we do not have superstars, we just have stars on the roster. Regardless of how talented the performers are, in terms of the casual fan, they are just WWE superstar, or WWE stars, not superstars. So anyways, WWE, as a direct result, has had to go into their bag of tricks, create this wildcard rule, and it allows them to put their biggest stars on each brand every single show. As a direct result, that eliminates what the purpose of the brand split was brought into to do in the first place. It was brought in to give people a better chance, to give people more TV time. And we essentially went all the way back to having the brand split gone. And don't get me wrong, like the idea of seeing Roman Reigns appear on a Raw or a SmackDown from time to time is kind of exciting. But the wild card rule, if you wanted to do something like that, make it one superstar per week gets access to the wild card rule, or one team. So it's always like this random idea. You don't know who's going to be on the show, and anybody could show up at any given moment. As a result, this takes away a lot of opportunities for other superstars. It removes the opportunities for people like Tyler Breeze to even get a chance. I mean, Tyler Breeze had to go back down to NXT to even get a chance. Luke Harper can't even make it on TV. And they had to create this new WWE 24/7 title to give people any remotely chance of getting on television these days because of the wildcard rule now. Think about that. The inception of the wildcard rule, followed by the 24/7 championship, is not just a thing that happened overnight. Well, it essentially did happen within a couple of weeks. But you had this idea of the superstar shakeup, trying to freshen up your brands. That didn't work. Then you go into this wild card rule. Oh crap, we didn't think about this. How are we going to give our undercard any chance to get on the show? And then all of a sudden we got to create this new championship, thus devaluing all the other championships. It's just a series of bad decisions inside WWE. Knee-jerk reactions, if you will, to try to fix the ratings without fully thinking through every single plan. So yeah, the wildcard rule is not well received backstage, according to Sean Ross, and I absolutely agree. So let's go on here to our final one. Philadelphia's Wells Fargo Center is advertising the following matches for July's Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Kofi Kingston versus Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler for the WWE title. Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin in a tables match for the Universal title. Roman Reigns versus Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre. And AJ Styles versus a mystery opponent. So whatever that means. Don't know what they got planned there. Jonathan J says, Conman, you need to read this. What is this, Jonathan J? If you don't mind me asking. Because you just said in the chat, I need to read this. And I don't see your chat. Well, anyways, though, that is kind of the latest over there. The latest on the July's Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Let's go on to our starting of the news here today, guys. So, boom, 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 let's talk about Aleister Black. So, yes, as I mentioned, folks, Aleister Black will not be going to Saudi Arabia, okay? Will not be going to Saudi Arabia. And it's due to the religious tattoos on his body. John Pollock, that's his name right there, reports that SmackDown Live superstar Aleister Black will not be traveling to Saudi Arabia to take part in WWE Super Showdown on June 7th. Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer reports that Black won't be going due to his religious tattoos, though it is unclear if the Saudi government told WWE if he couldn't appear or if WWE made the call, thinking the tattoos would offend the country. Yeah. Black is the fourth superstar to drop out of the event, following in the footsteps of Daniel Bryan, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens. Bryan told the WWE prior to Crown Jewel last November that he would not travel to Saudi Arabia, and he has held firm on his stance. So there you guys have it. Daniel Bryan, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens also out of the show right there. Fightful reported that Owens recently told the promotion that he would not be attending the event either. Both Owens and Bryan were part of the Greatest Royal Rumble in April 2018. It is unknown if Owens would have participated in WWE Crown Jewel because he was sidelined with a knee injury. Sami Zayn has yet to make the trip to Saudi Arabia, and John Cena has also pulled out of WWE Crown Jewel, but because John Cena is kind of a part-time superstar, it's not as noticeable. But yeah, this is the exclusive right here from Kevin Owens, saying that he did not want to go to WWE Super Showdown. Right here. And this was kind of the knee-jerk reaction for Dolph Ziggler coming on back and everything. As things stand, it does not look like Owens will be wrestling at WWE's next pay-per-view. Oh, hang on. Sorry, hold up. Sorry, I missed kind of a part of that. Kevin Owens came up short at WWE Money in the Bank, and WWE has moved on to the next championship program for Kofi Kingston. And as things stand right now, it doesn't look like Owens will be wrestling at WWE's pay-per-view. That's kind of a conflicting report, with the rumor roundup earlier reporting that it is scheduled that Kofi Kingston, Kevin Owens, and Dolph Ziggler will be for the WWE titles. So I don't know which report is actually accurate there. Things could always change, though. I mean, one's a rumor, one is on Fightful, so I'm going to go with Fightful right now. Late Tuesday night, shortly following SmackDown Live, Fightful Select was informed and reported that Owens had told WWE officials he did not want to work in WWE's upcoming show in Saudi Arabia titled Super Showdown. We weren't told a specific reason as to why Owens came to the decision, but his friend and longtime tag team partner Sami Zayn has been off those shows because of a strained relationship between Syria and Saudi Arabia, with the WWE stating WWE is committed to embracing individuals from all backgrounds while respecting the local customs and cultural differences around the world. Dolph Ziggler's been moved in the WWE title program, and that's basically the knee-jerk reaction. So essentially, guys, Kevin Owens saying, I ain't going. I do not want to compete in that country because it is so backwards. It is one of the most backwards countries in the world. It would just be nice to see them potentially do a little bit more and try to, just show us that you're not there just for the money. You know what I mean? I'd like to see that. And I just kind of noticed, my friends, that there is no donation tick. Oh, never mind. I just lied. It's going right across the screen. Whoops. Okay, we can keep on talking here. So, some good news right now. We can kind of push past Saudi Arabia because that all kind of sucks to talk about. Let's talk about Ric Flair. He is, out of the hospital, folks. Let's get a giant woo in here for the Nature Boy. Ric Flair is doing better, but not well enough to be in Las Vegas this weekend. TMZ reports that Ric Flair has dropped out of StarCast this weekend in Las Vegas, as Flair was scheduled to be the guest of honor at the Roast of Ric Flair on May 24th. However, due to his recent health issues, he will be unable to attend. That is all kind of basic. He was in the hospital. It makes sense that he would not be there. Flair is reportedly in good spirits and confident he'll be okay after he undergoes surgery following a medical emergency last week. Many have checked in on Flair, who has been cracking jokes and being his usual friendly self, so that's really good, folks. If you guys don't know the background to that, though, Flair was rushed to the hospital in Atlanta area. Oh, hang on. And we got some latest right here. We got more updates. I did not see these. These were not posted, I don't think, just a second ago. According to TMZ Sports, the two-time WWE Hall of Famer Ric Flair has undergone the scheduled heart procedure. There we go. This is a little bit more up to date. He has undergone the scheduled heart procedure, and Flair's wife, Wendy Barlow, told the publication that doctors said the surgery was a success. Flair is still on the outs for his celebrity roast session at StarCast 2 in Las Vegas, but doctors are optimistic that he will make a full recovery. Oh, man. And then update to, I'm not sure when this update was. It doesn't say the exact time, but TMZ reports that Flair has been discharged from the hospital. The Nature Boy's back on his feet. Folks, if that doesn't deserve a like, I don't know what does. Leave a like on this video for the Nature Boy being back to good health. Okay, let's continue on, though. Good job, Nate. Let's talk about some injury news involving Ruby Riott. This was kind of a random one because I did not know that Ruby Riott was injured. We never reported it on here on the Hold the Rope. I didn't hear about it anywhere else. All of a sudden, I saw that she needed surgery. So, Ruby Riott heads to the injured list. WWE confirmed that Ruby Riott underwent successful surgery yesterday, May 21st, to repair a bilateral injury to her right shoulder. She is scheduled to undergo surgery for a bilateral injury to her left shoulder at a later date. So, I don't know what bilateral actually means. This is kind of funny. Conman's going to show a bit of his dumb side. Let's just Google right now. What's bilateral mean? Bilateral may refer to any concept including two sides. In particular, bilateralism... What the hell? That is not for an injury. Huh? Okay, whatever. I don't even care. At this point, what does that even mean? That's a weird word to use. Anyways, there's no timetable for her return. Raw superstar Ruby Riott underwent successful surgery yesterday to repair a bilateral injury to her right shoulder. Bilateral. I would love to say what a bilateral injury is. What the hell is a bilateral injury? Hang on. Conman's too curious right now. What is bilateral damage? Too many big words for Conman to understand. I'm just going to stick to wrestling. How about that? All right? It's something. Riot's last wrestled on May 15th at WWE Live event. There, she teamed up against Becky Lynch, Lacey Evans, and Tamina, or Fatal 4-Way, I should say. She has not wrestled on television since April 15th of Raw. Same injury that Sami Zayn had last year. Okay, thank you very much, Canada TJ. I appreciate that. You can see that Ruby Riott right there is resting up. It's good to see. She said 1 down, 1 to go, so obviously has 1 more shoulder surgery ahead of her. Let's talk a little bit about Big E, though, as we saw him appear on SmackDown Live. However, folks, Big E is still not cleared to wrestle. Hang on, let me just look at this here for a second. Ooh, that's a big news story. I'm not sure if I'm going to cover that one today. We might cover that next week. Thanks, Creative, for linking us that on Twitter. So yeah, Big E still not cleared to wrestle, though. He won't be in the ring just yet. On tonight's SmackDown, Big E made his first appearance since tearing his meniscus on the April 10th edition of SmackDown Live. Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston welcomed Big E back to the party to open SmackDown Live. Big E's appearance included smelling his comrades and still pinning after Becky Lynch's mom. So yeah, folks, that's basically just the news right there. Big E is somewhat back, but really not completely back. You know what I mean? Let's talk about Rey Mysterio, your United States Champion. He has a separated shoulder, and the state of the WWE United States Championship will be addressed on Monday Night Raw. WWE confirmed that Rey Mysterio suffered a separated shoulder at WWE Money in the Bank. Mysterio was victorious over Samoa Joe at Money in the Bank, winning the United States title in the process. The match was not without some controversy, as Joe's shoulder was clearly up before the count of 3. Joe's shoulder being up was mentioned on commentary during the replay. After the bout, Joe attacked Mysterio to cut his celebration short, which is when the injury occurred. PW Insider first reported this afternoon that Mysterio had suffered a separated shoulder. So there you go. So that is going to be the state of the United States Championship. I bet you Rey Mysterio is going to be stripped of it. I would like to see a... here, let's actually bring me full screen here. I'd like to see it be defended in some sort of tournament. A United States championship tournament would be ideal. Don't give it right back to Samoa Joe. Make him earn his way all the way to the end. Or who knows, if you want to give Samoa Joe the ending, maybe have him be the guy who faces the winner of the tournament. I don't know, something like that. You could have an 8-man tournament on Monday Night Raw over the course of 2, 3, 4 weeks, whatever you'd like to do, and then the winners face off for the title. That'd just be very, very simple, in my opinion. Anyways, let's go back here. Let's talk about the WWE 24/7 Championship. It was apparently USA Network's idea in an effort to help the ratings. So Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer reports that WWE created the 24/7 title in an effort to appease the the USA Network, who has been complaining of declining ratings in the third hour. According to the report, USA Network has sent WWE all kinds of ideas as of late, and all the ideas were terrible. However, the 24/7 title was reportedly the best of their ideas, and Vince McMahon knew he had to use at least one idea. Really? The third hour of Raw lost 284,000 viewers this past week. The April 29th edition of Raw saw the third hour drop below 2 million viewers for the first time ever for a non-holiday episode. Along with the 24/7 title, WWE changed the look to the third hour in an effort to make the final period of the show feel different. The lights were lower, the screens went black, and the graphics were changed. Mick Foley also confusingly stated that the 24/7 title would only be featured during the third hour. Yeah, that was really weird, wasn't it? I guess that's in an effort to drive up the ratings in the final third hour, right? Yeah, Led Thomas, I saw you tweet me that. I had this lined up already beforehand. So let's talk a little bit about the USA Network getting involved in that way. Because I don't blame the network for wanting to say, hey, the ratings are dropping, let's do something. But, as the network, you should not be involved in creating big things with the WWE. And what if they don't like your ideas? You know, they don't have to use them. You know what I mean? It's just a very, very weird thing that Vince felt pressured to have to use one of their ideas. I don't know. If I were Vince, I would be straight up saying, no, if I don't like this idea, I'm not using it. And I think Vince does that all the time. This is just simply Vince passing off his genius that he calls and saying it was somebody else that pushed on him and that he said that he just had to use this, and then he deflects all the blame to somewhere else because people don't like the look of the 24/7 championship. Right? That's what he's doing. If the ball and the buck stops at you, chances are if you approve anything, it's on your head. That's just the way it is, Vince. If it's somebody else's bad idea, it is your bad idea because you can say no to it. Let's talk a little bit about Brock Lesnar, though. As you guys obviously have seen, we've got talking points for the Beast in the Bank, as Ali was reportedly the only wrestler who was told about Brock Lesnar's Money in the Bank victory. So listen to this little story right here, courtesy of WrestlingInc.com. Ali was reportedly the only participant in last Sunday's Money in the Bank ladder match who knew Brock Lesnar was going to be winning, according to Dave Meltzer in the latest issue of the Wrestling Observer newsletter. As we previously reported, Lesnar was hidden backstage at the pay-per-view. According to the Observer, officials who needed to know were told that Ali would be winning. Earlier plans had Drew McIntyre winning the match. The wrestlers involved in the match were reportedly told that Ali was not winning, and that an unannounced wrestler would be appearing who would knock Ali off the ladder to win. Meltzer reports that Ali was told right before the match, stated that Lesnar would be the one to insert himself into the match and win the briefcase. Orton legitimately looked annoyed as the result after the match is seen below. Yeah, we've seen that. So that's kind of crazy there that WWE, I get the idea of trying to surprise people, and I get the idea of trying to be careful with your secrets and careful with your things. You know, this is not uncommon to hide somebody backstage, right? Okay, hang on. Well, one sec. I see a lot of people talking about this in the chat. I am not going to report on the Ashley Mazzaro situation right now. I do not have all the details, okay, guys? These are a lot of accusations that are being thrown out there, and I do not wish to partake in relaying potential false information out to you guys. So the Ashley Mazzaro situation, I am not covering because there's too much rumor speculation around it and hearsay and what have you. I will not be covering that story, okay? But yeah, anyways, Brock Lesnar. That just gives an idea how WWE runs things backstage. And obviously, you know, we have held things... What am I trying to say? We have seen things like this in the past. The return of Dean Ambrose being hidden, the debut of AJ Styles. You know, it's happened. The return of Seth Rollins. All these things where WWE keeps things quiet backstage. So it makes sense that they would treat Brock Lesnar in the same way. Brock Lesnar is a giant draw. He's a giant star. But I think that has to be a testament to what WWE believes in with their performers. That they don't even have the courtesy to tell them who is going to win the match beforehand. Can you imagine going into your job, going out there in front of millions of people on pay-per-view, and not knowing who's going to win? That's a tough thing to have to go out there and lay your body on the line, not knowing the result. Not knowing that there could be an audible saying, yeah, you're the winner, go out there and climb the briefcase. All right? Like, tell a few more people, at least the people who are working to put the match together, what's going to happen, right? I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. Let's talk a little bit about Hangman Page from AEW, All Elite Wrestling. This is some new news that I don't know for sure if it's a work or not. I think I'm leaning towards works, but I'm going to report on it anyways. Hangman Page claims he won't be wrestling at AEW's Double or Nothing. So, folks, remember how AEW was supposed to put on a match between Hangman Page and Pac? Well, that's off, apparently. Not only is Hangman Page no longer facing off against Pac at Double or Nothing, the wrestler now claims he won't be competing on the show at all. On the latest edition of Being the Elite, Page reveals he's not allowed to wrestle on Saturday due to Pac attacking his knee after their match. It's a work, but it's cool. In case you missed it, the two wrestlers faced off in England ahead of their scheduled match, reportedly due to creative issues involving Pac. Also, I believe, a work. I am sure that none of you are as disappointed or as pissed off about the entire situation as I am, Page explained in the video while icing his knee. Despite his disappointment, Hangman says he'll still be appearing at StarCast. Watch this week's episode of Being the Elite below. So yeah, there you go. There's that. Now, to say my personal thoughts on that, I do believe it's a work. I think that the fact that Page and Pac got canceled, I don't think that's a work, but they have managed to spin it into a work. I truly do believe that Pac had some issues with the booking, and Hangman Page going to be basically a homegrown star for AEW. Like, they want to invest some time in Hangman. They want to make him their guy, right? When you hear Hangman Page, you don't think New Japan, you don't think Ring of Honor, you don't think WWE, you don't really think anything, right? He's just a guy who's been around for a little bit, has a good name to him, has some phenomenal in-ring work, and is just seemingly a good guy for the business. You want to take that superstar and mold him into your own creation, your own superstar. So I am not surprised that AEW ran into some booking decisions against the Dragon Gate champion there in Pac. You know, Pac takes his championship very seriously. He's taken his undefeated streak very, very seriously since leaving the WWE and becoming champion. So I think that worked out in a way where they're just like, okay, the booking isn't going to work. So how can we spin this into a decent little feud? Thus hyping up their match more so later on. Obviously, we know we had their disqualification or count out, whatever it was, that weird double finish that they had to further feud this thing. So anyways, it's going to be pretty cool. I'm excited to see what they do. I would not be surprised if Hangman Page is lucky number 21 in the Casino Battle Royal. I would not be surprised if Jon Moxley is the lucky number 21 for the Casino Battle Royal. Also with the announcement that the winner of the Casino Battle Royal will go on to face the winner of Jericho versus Omega for the AEW World Championship. There's a lot of things there that could mean Hangman Page will be the winner. Potentially Jon Moxley, potentially Marty Scurll if he is available, considering his contract situation was kind of, people have been discussing about it, if he's going to be at AEW or not. So anyways, Double or Nothing this Saturday. Very, very excited for it, and I hope you guys are as well. Let's talk a little bit more about All Elite Wrestling and a Perfect 10 superstar who is going to be inside the Casino Battle Royal. So yes, Shawn Spears to debut at AEW for Double or Nothing. If you guys didn't hear all about that, I'm just going to show you essentially the video right now. This is the video. Yeah, get it. Ready? Ready for this? Oh.
When the odds are stacked, always bet on you.
Ooh! Did you not just get chills? Did you not just get chills for Shawn Spears? The Perfect 10 is heading to All Elite Wrestling. If you guys did not hear all about that, you now have heard. Let's get a 10 chant going on for former Ty Dillinger, now known as Shawn Spears. A little bit more of Double or Nothing news right here. As I just said, the big news regarding the AEW World Title on the final episode of AEW's Road to Double or Nothing. It was announced that the winner of the Casino Battle Royal will meet the winner of Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho, with the two competitors battling over the vacant AEW World Title. It is unknown when the match will happen to crown the first ever world champion will take place. The design of the AEW World Title has yet to be revealed as well, though fans can see a glimpse of part of the belt near the end of the Road to Double or Nothing, which is absolutely true, guys. So if you'd like to watch that episode, you could click on it right there, and I think actually we can show you guys just a little bit of the belt right there. Watch that. Look down at the bottom. Watch as he starts to reveal the belt. That is AEW's World Championship. It is right in there. He's not going to show it all of it, but you get a little tiny glimpse right there. That is it. Crazy, eh? Continuing on, though, with some AEW news, Chris Jericho believes everyone in AEW is on the same page, saying that the buck stops with Tony Khan. So we're now starting to get an understanding how All Elite Wrestling is going to run behind the scenes. But before we get into this one, please make sure you smack a like on this video. We will be doing live calls with a few of you guys here momentarily. We've got a couple news stories left. Other than that, we'll be getting right into your calls. So please, if you would like to join the Conman chat right now, you can do so by joining the Discord server down in the description below. Yeah, that's how you can join this thing. But let's talk about this. In WWE, everyone knows that the final decision is up to Vince McMahon. In All Elite Wrestling, there could be 5 decision makers. President Tony Khan will be flanked by 4 co-executive vice presidents in Cody Rhodes, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson. A potential creative conflict between the 4 wrestlers in Khan has already been joked about on recent episodes of Being the Elite. However, I don't think this is going to be too much of an issue because of these excerpts right here. As people, we get along really, really good. I think once we start to work weekly television, then you are going to see the different personalities come out, because the one thing about WWE is the buck stopped with Vince. With us, we have all opinions, and we are all going to have a thing to say. The buck stops with Tony, but I think there's going to be a lot more debating than there was with Vince. When Vince's mind is made up, it's made up. But everyone gets along great because we're all doing this. We all know what we could have had or might have had on the other side, but to do it together and to start something completely brand new is really exciting. There might be a certain thing that you don't like or won't be on the same page with or in the overall picture, but I think everybody is on the same page. So there you guys have it there. From Chris Jericho, thinking that everything is going to be fine in All Elite Wrestling because of the way it is set up, which people have been comparing to WCW, saying that it's not going to work as a direct result. We will see, only time will tell. But let's talk a little bit about numbers, because this is good news for the WWE. Raw's viewership is up again, and the YouTube numbers, which I even noticed, are really, really high right now, which is good for the WWE in general. Apparently, the 24/7 championship is a hit. Good news for the WWE, as the Raw viewership has jumped up again. According to Showbuzz Daily, the May 20th edition of WWE Monday Night Raw averaged 2.521 million viewers, over 170,000 viewers up from the previous week. This is the third consecutive week that WWE's numbers have increased from Monday Night Raw. However, we're just saying increasing from one of the lowest shows of all time. The lowest show to ever air from Monday Night Raw didn't even break 2 million, only happened a few weeks ago. So keep that in the back of your mind. Of course, viewership is going to be up if it was that bad. But yeah, talking about the YouTube numbers right here, R-Truth winning the 24/7 championship pulled in 1.2 million views right here on YouTube as of this title, or as of this, article was written. Brock Lesnar celebrates the Money in the Bank win with 1.1 million, and then Mick Foley debuting the 24/7 championship down there at 1 million. And the other two didn't quite crack 100, or 1 million, I should say. But SmackDown remains under 2 million, even though that the viewership is back up. The May 21st edition of SmackDown Live drew 1.983 viewers, and this number is up 8.5% from last week. It's a number of 1.827. It's also the highest viewership number since the April 23rd edition of SmackDown, which drew 2,072,000 viewers. April 23rd was the last time SmackDown Live viewership was over 2 million. So there you guys have it, folks. That is all the latest news when it comes to wrestling. Everything that you kind of need to know outside of the Ashley Mazzaro situation. Again, I do not like reporting on stories that there is not all the information out there. I do not like reporting on hearsay all the time. I like to get a little bit of confirmation with some stuff. So there you guys have it. That is the news for today. If you would like to call me live, you can do so now by joining the Discord server down in the description below. I'd love to hear from every single one of you. We're going to have time for a few callers here today as we are live until 4:30. So let me just get my headphones, and then we're going to be calling a few people. I believe we're going to take Sparks as our first caller. So Sparks, get ready. And please have your microphones turned on, headphones plugged in, or the background audio turned down. Something along those lines. But here we go. Let's give a call right here to Sparks. And, got to probably plug in my headphones first. Yeah. There we go. Headphones are officially plugged in. I think we're all working good. Yep. And Sparks, you are officially on the line. How you doing, Sparks? Welcome to the live stream. Nope, I lied. My microphone's not working in Discord. Sorry, guys. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties. Just 2 seconds, okay? Input, my microphone, test. There we go. All right, Sparks. There we go. Hey, Sparks. How you doing, my friend?
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Good.
Good. Yeah, sorry about that. A little bit of technical difficulties.
I was like, wait, why am I back in the waiting room?
Yeah, my bad, man. How's it going?
I'm doing good today. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. Do you have any questions for us here today?
Yeah, I got some questions.
All right.
Okay, so first question. Can't predict the future, but 2020, the men's and women's Royal Rumble.
Okay. Men's and women's Royal Rumble in 2020, so this upcoming one. You're right, it's very difficult to predict the future. I think if Drew McIntyre isn't in a world title scene by that time, I think he should be the winner of the Royal Rumble. I think he would be a perfect choice for it. And the women's side, why not have Shayna Baszler win it next year and put her in a dominant position on the road to WrestleMania? That would be fun.
Ooh.
Yeah. What about you? Do you have any thoughts on that?
Let's see. I think men's wise, I would have to agree with Drew McIntyre.
Okay, man.
Women's hand. I'll say Naomi.
Naomi? Ah, that's a fun one. Why not, right? That'd be a good pop. Yeah, why not, man? Any other questions?
One more.
All right.
So, let's see. How long do you think Kofi Kingston's title reign will last?
Oh boy. See, like, I want to say he's going to hold on to it for a bit, but I don't know. It might be SummerSlam at the latest he holds on to it. it feels like it's going to be one of those shorter title reigns because we just had the big long reign from AJ Styles, right? And then we had then we had Daniel Bryan take the title off him, and it was a bit of a short reign. And I don't think we're going to get a long reign with Kofi, so maybe SummerSlam he holds on to it at the latest.
Okay.
All right, man, we're going to take some other calls, but thank you so much for calling.
Hey, thank you so much, man.
Have a good day, you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, let's continue on here. Let's say hi to, what should it be? Who should we be saying hi to? Let's go with Thomas Noble. Why not? Hey, Thomas Noble, how you doing, man? Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Hello?
Hey, how's it going?
Doing great, Conman.
Welcome
What's
back to the
going on?
show. Not too much, my friend. Just doing my thing here, doing a little bit of commentary, doing a little bit of analysis, you know, the con man thing. What's your question?
Actually, well, I got a question, and I got a fact about the Kabuki Warriors here.
Okay.
Let me find it on my phone here. The Kabuki Warriors is named after the video game. I get it, but here's another thing from for Kabuki. Kabuki is a traditional Japanese drama with singing and dancing. It's a rich blend of music, dance, mime, staging, and costuming. It has been a major theatrical form in Japan for close to 4 centuries.
Okay. Interesting. So there's a little bit more of a backstory there than the video game.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I can deal with that.
Now to my question.
All right.
Let's see.
Do you have one, man?
Who do you think... Yes,
all right.
I do.
All right. Go ahead.
Who do you think should win the Casino Battle Royal in AEW Double or Nothing?
So, like we were just talking about, I think that Hangman Page would be a very logical one now that he doesn't have a match with Pac. He would make sense in the world title scene for their first time. If we're talking about logical booking, trying to build stars up from within your own company, Hangman Page makes the perfect sense to win that Battle Royal. If you want to go from somebody outside the company, maybe you're going for some sort of shock. I mean, Jon Moxley is obviously the biggest draw that there is out there right now. So easily, Jon Moxley could come in and win the thing. Marty Scurll is another option. I believe his contract was up in April, if I'm mistaken. I don't know what his contract situation is right now, so he may have re-signed somewhere. But I would not be surprised at all if Marty Scurll was number 21 either. Who do you have?
I was thinking about Sean Spears.
See, the thing is that he's already been announced, right? He already pulled that 10 card, the 10 of diamonds. He won't be number 21. Yeah, so it's very interesting because we're starting to learn about all the other superstars out there who don't have a giant name, right, inside the indie scene. So I'm really looking forward to it, to learning some more names inside the Casino Battle Royal there this Saturday. Like, it's going to be really good. I'm excited.
And one more question before I'll just let you go to the next caller.
Sounds good, man.
I know you're not going to stream for the Saudi Arabia event, but who do you got for Goldberg versus Undertaker?
Oh man, that's a really tough one. I haven't really thought about that match too much. Let's see here. Undertaker gets the pop. It's the first time ever between Taker and Goldberg. It depends if Goldberg was going to do more matches moving forward. I'm not too sure if he is. It sounds like it might be the one-off payday. So I can totally see Undertaker going over Goldberg in some way. But I also can see some sort of screwy finish that sets up a future match for Taker maybe. Something to save the credibility of Goldberg. All right, man. I'm going to move on to the next callers, though. Thank you so much for calling, dude.
No problem, man.
Have a good one, eh? Okay, let's continue on here. We are going to go with the Beast in the Bank. Hey, Beast in the Bank, how you doing, my friend? Your microphone is muted. If you'd like to unmute that, and we can ask your questions. All right, man. How's it going?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hello?
Hello. How's it going?
Okay. Hi, sorry, I'm outside.
No worries, my friend.
Hey, it's a great honor to talk to you, man. I've been following you for a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's great to talk to you. What's your name in the chat?
I'm not currently in chat right now. I'm actually just on Discord.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, man. What's your question?
Okay. So my question is, how long do you think it will take for AEW to get like a big like boom in like mainstream popularity?
I bet you it's going to be the switch over in October for WWE when they move to Fridays and that Tuesday slot is open for all wrestling fans who are used to watching wrestling. I think that is going to be a giant thing for AEW if they land on the Tuesday slot. I think that's where you start to see.
Definitely.
That's where you definitely start to see the mainstream appeal because there'll be the Twitter hashtags. It'll be a weekly trending show. People will tune in from that. Yeah, it's going to be a really good thing.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited. Like professional wrestling really needs this.
It
and
does.
I'm glad.
It really, really does. And I forget where it was that I read this, but I think it was maybe Chris Jericho comparing the WWE to Disney and saying Disney's great and everything, but sometimes you need a Quentin Tarantino movie, right? And that's what All Elite Wrestling's going to be.
You need a bit of an edge.
Exactly. You know, both are good. Both can exist in the same realm, but they're going to be a little bit different. And it's just exciting time to be a wrestling fan.
It is probably like the greatest time of probably 20 years, I think.
I would agree with that. Absolutely. We got some of the best athletes in the world. That's for sure.
I have something else I would like to say.
All right, man.
I've just thought about this. When it comes to the AEW Battle Royal and stuff, I think that maybe that number 30 or that prize would be Jon Moxley. I think if you want a big presence, you have to bring a former WWE champion like Jon Moxley. And so if you get Chris Jericho or Kenny Omega to face him, that would create such a big boom.
If you think about the
presence of Jon Moxley, he has won every championship. If you want someone with great presence, there you go.
I absolutely agree, man. That would be, if I could pick a superstar to win that now that there's a title opportunity on the line, Jon Moxley's my first choice there because of the boom that it will give. And the idea of a Jon Moxley versus Kenny Omega match just makes me drool. Like, I want to see that, man.
That's just a match made in heaven, I think.
It really is. They could put on a 30, 40-minute classic. It would be 5 stars all the way around the world. It would be awesome.
All right, man. Well, thank you. I'm glad you're a very positive influence on the wrestling community.
Well, thank you for saying that, man. Be sure to call back in the future.
Oh, definitely, man. Thank you.
All right, talk to you later. Bye. All right, let's continue on here. We got time for, I believe, one more caller, and we're going to do that with the King's Table, Peyton Cash. Peyton Cash, how you doing, my friend? King's Table, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I've been busy.
Yeah?
Was like,
what you been busy with?
Yeah. My own WWE Fantasy League.
Ooh, that sounds fun. You want to plug it a little bit? Go right ahead.
Oh no! Actually, it's here on Discord while we talk.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, I have you on one of my rosters.
Oh,
I
really?
think.
That's cool, man.
Yes, it is.
Yo, that's actually really, really cool. Just to hold on for a personal level to hear that people are creating me inside their 2K universe or whatever it is, fantasy league. Like, yeah. That's really cool to hear. But what's your question, my friend?
I have 3.
Okay.
I'm trying to make it very quick. My first one. Who do you think takes the title off of R-Truth for the 21/7 championship?
It could be anybody. It seems like they've been painting Carmella in a little bit more of a heelish light. Maybe she takes it off him in some shady way, and maybe that opens it up to the girls winning the 24/7 championship.
No, I don't think the women can't even get the 24/7 championship because.
Yeah, well, what are the rules, right? We don't even know right now. So maybe, I know, like, it's just a joke championship as is right now. It's tough to say any logical booking. I mean, R-Truth pinned Robert Roode outside in the parking lot with a roll-up. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's just funny. It's just pure entertainment. I mean, when we talk about who's going to take the title off next, it could be a handful of anybody. You know, it could be Drake Maverick who ends up taking the title off him.
Yeah, despite how old he is, I don't think he's going to get a championship at all. Like, all right, number 2. Now I've been telling I don't know if you've heard, but I know the reason why Andrade and Finn are not winning the Money in the Bank, because I have heard that they're fighting at Super Showdown for the IC Championship, and the kicker is Balor will be in his demon form.
Yes.
So who do you think? So who do you think will win that?
It's going to be Demon. Demon Finn Balor. He doesn't lose in the Demon paint. I think Andrade's going to take him to his limit, and that's going to continue to raise like the bar for Andrade. Because if you think about how he did down in NXT, he didn't start off right in the main event scene. It took a while to build him up to that point. And the way he did that was just by putting on good matches after good matches and winning the fans over. Yeah, exactly. So I think they're probably going to do that with Andrade. He had an amazing moment at Money in the Bank with that sunset flip onto the ladder off the top of it.
Oh my God, that was freaking brutal.
It was scary. My heart went out to Finn there when he took that bump. I was like, oh boy. But they did it safely. He's one of the better workers in the company. He's got a big, bright future, but I don't think he beats Finn Balor at Super Showdown just because Finn's there in Demon Paint to pop the crowd. That's essentially what he's there for.
All right, one more before I let you go.
All right.
Now I know that Brock Lesnar won Money in the Bank, but my problem is that what is even the point if he's facing Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship as for Showdown? Like, if he loses, he just freaking cashes in immediately.
Yeah.
Like,
I get what you're saying, and it's WWE kind of going the route. I think it was Braun Strowman did the same thing where he was like, I'm cashing in at this day because I'm a big man. You know what I mean? It's almost like a lazy booking where WWE's like, okay, these big men don't need the advantage, so we're going to have them announce the briefcase ahead of time. But to me, what that does is it just says, hey, we're too lazy to find another way to book this big man into the main event. Let's just give him a briefcase, and then he can go in there and announce ahead of time for his cash-in, and then we don't need the briefcase for the next year. We don't have to worry about booking long-term storylines or anything like that. To me, it's lazy. Yeah. It really is.
Very, very lazy.
But, I mean, it is what it is. It created ratings, so, I guess I'm just a guy online who has things to complain about.
Same here, man. Same here. Well, I gotta go.
All right,
see you
man.
Soon, man.
Sounds good. Thanks for calling, eh? Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. Unfortunately, that has to bring us to the end of the show today. I am actually on my way home this weekend. Going to be a 3-hour drive, as myself and the girlfriend were looking at some places as we are preparing to move. So I'm very, very excited about that, but I got to go look at some places here. But now, guys, that is the end of the show today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this edition of Hold the Rope. If you did on your way out, please make sure you leave a like here on this video. Also making sure you are subscribed to the channel and turn those notifications on. We've been getting a lot of new people inside the Conman community recently, so I want to say welcome to everybody, and thank you for giving this channel a chance, and I hope you stick around for a little bit longer. We will be live this Saturday with Double or Nothing. That is at, I think, 7 p.m. on Saturday, but I will definitely look up the time and get back to you guys on that one with the official start date. So, this Saturday, Double or Nothing, myself and Bob will be here, so you don't have to suffer through another entire pay-per-view of just Conman. Bob will be here. We'll talk about all things. We'll have our drinking games going, a couple shots as well. You know, get good and drunk on the stream for you guys and produce some quality content while we review and rage about wrestling. But now, guys, that's going to bring the end of the show here today for me. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter at Conman167, which I believe is right up there. You can also follow me on Instagram at Conman167WWE, in which we plan to be bringing some more content throughout the summer over to Instagram. We're going to be redoing it, and Becca's going to be bringing a big part of that to our social media games. So yes, make sure you follow me on all those social media tabs. You can check me out on Twitch at Conman167 as well. Check me out on Sports Booth, all those great stuff. And make sure, once again, you are subscribed here on YouTube. But that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Con, and that was Hold the Rope.